conditions are not that favorable in terms of farming, you just visit them and come back home and you say, well, we're very close to him. A small uphill and a gate and you're in heaven. So, but thank you for being here. It's really appreciated. And I think that the only other friend that I know, Geef, there's Geef Friday, that's the other foreigner. I know that they, Geef told us last night, you guys must make sure you understand Afrikaans, because it's without doubt the language that we spoken in heaven. So, hey, Geef, welcome. Geef, I knew his dad many years ago, and it was always a privilege to have you here, and it was a privilege to know him and the inputs that you guys have made over many years. Johan, baie welkom. Landpad en ons is altyd 'n spanning as voorreg. Soos dit maar met enige saai boer gaan in Noordwes, is dit baie belangrik om jou finansierders hier te hê. Wilbert Vos van Sengles. Baie dankie Wilbert, dat jy hier is. Always keeping an eye on the finances to make sure we can farm next year. Try again. So, baie welkom Wilbert. Dit is buite jou lyn, maar ek moet dan ook vir Karel welkom sê. Hy's ek kan omtrent so lank as ek boer kan ek sê hy's 'n lewenslange vriend. Baie welkom Karel, ons kleintjie, maar sonder woord verwelkom hom wat met ons hier pad staan. Ek dink die Engelssprekers, the English speaking people, you'll have to bear with us today. You're more than welcome to ask, Manny, even yourself, you're more than welcome to ask questions. At least Colin can translate for you. But please, some of it will be in Afrikaans. So bear with us. When we did the preparations, remember we in Northwest Province, so this is an act of self-defense where we are now. So bear with us. I'm just going to read one small verse out of Proverbs, but in Afrikaans. Prediker 9 vers 11. Verder het ek in hierdie wêreld gesien, dit is nie die vinnigstes wat die resies wen nie, nie die sterkstes wat die oorlog wen nie. Nie met wysheid wat kos, nie die met wysheid wat kos het nie, nie die verstandiges wat ryk word nie, nie die met kennis met wie goed gaan nie. Alles word bepaal deur tyd en geleentheid. And when I read those words, I think that's the one thing that we must know especially when you're farming. And in an environment that can change from year to year. You must understand, you must take your opportunities, and it's all about opportunities, and never look down on someone who's failing, if he's hardworking and it's due to conditions, because it can happen to anyone, any day. And never boast yourself and your accomplishments as a farmer, because it can change tomorrow. Keep that in mind when you do your planning. When you farm, when you look at the way you're going to approach it, remember, you've got the inputs that you're going to do is a little bit, a very small bit, and the rest is just what you're going to receive from the Lord. And I think that's the same with cattle breeding. We very often use the word scientific. It's very commonly used in our industry. To change nature, we're going to do it in a scientific way. And I think we must be very wary and make sure we understand nature as best as possible. And then from there onwards, we can make the best choices and we can help science to help us. But first we must understand what we're working with. Science hasn't created this. It is something totally different. Keep that in mind. So let's just quickly bow our heads and Almagtige Here en ons Vader, baie dankie vir die wonderlike voorreg wat ons het om vandag so saam te wees. En dankie dat ons kan sien en weet, U is die Skepper, U hou alles in stand en dat U ons in die woord beloof U is. En dankie dat ons daarom as landbouers ook gemoedsrus kan hê. Rus ons asseblief toe om onsself so voor te berei dat ons vir die slegste voorbereid is, al kan ons altyd hoop vir die beste, wetende dat U die Skepper is, en dat U vir ons lief is, en dat U vir ons goed is, en dat U vir ons die beste weet, al is dit partykeer anders as ons as mense dink. Dankie vir hierdie voorreg wat ons het om vandag so baie mense met mekaar die rentmeesters gemaak het, vir hierdie kort rukkie wat ons op aarde is. Ons wil jullie vra met hierdie verrigtinge vandag te wees, seën ons in dit wat ons doen, en wees met ons elkeen, en dankie dat U ons elke dag deur U teenwoordigheid in die natuur kan herinner aan U bestaan, sodat ons wat in die landbou is, nooit hoef te twyfel. Ons vra hierdie in die naam van Jesus Christus. Amen. Ek het nog so 2 verwelkomings voor Christopher die program aan die gang kry. Ek kan dit so vinnig ietsie sê van die genootskap. Ek kan sien hy het regtig op die grond te bly met genootskap iets opgesit. Dalk nie so as 'n verteenwoordiger van die genootskap, maar ek gaan hom later so ietsie sê as fonteine boerdery. Dis my kans maar so 'n bietjie misbruik. Ek wil net 'n bietjie ys baie welkom sê. 'n Pikkie is 'n baas in die huis. Baas. 'n Pikkie is 'n welbekende in die beeswêreld. En ek dink die rede hoekom pikkie so gerespekteer word, is nie rasgebonde nie. Hy sien goed vir wat dit is. En dit is hoekom ons hom vandag het. Pikkie is eintlik 'n drakensberger teeler. Ons kan maklik hier vir mekaar vertel hoe wonderlik is die ras, hoe wonderlik is daai ras. Vandag se Boeredag. We're not going to do this day to try to convince you, farmers Boran, that we'll do right at the end. That's the easy part. What we'll try to do today, Pickie's going to try to show you how to keep it simple. You don't need for 4 years to understand cattle. You just need to be able to observe. And Pickie's going to help us with that. Baie dankie vir jou teenwoordigheid, Pikkie. Hy het 'n lang pad gekom, hy's daar van die verre ooste. Hulle sê mos die wyse manne kom uit die ooste. Van die verre ooste, ons waardeer regtig jou teenwoordigheid. En die laaste een wat ek moet welkom sê is Boran, my broer. Dankie. Ek het gister by hom 'n bulg geleen vir die dag. En die boodskapie wat ek op my foon gekry het, ek moet alweer die Boeredag red met een van my beeste. So, dankie Johan dat jy die Boeredag gered het, nie met jou beeste nie, maar ook met jou teenwoordigheid. Dis regtig 'n voorreg om hierdie te hê. Dankie aan my familie, my nuwe familie, Melise en Franco, wat saam is Melise, my eerste seun wat saam is op die plaas vrou. Baie welkom jy te sien hier se werk, ou van goed vas. As 'n ou met hierdie mense in die tyd. So baie dankie vir jou familie en ons baie dankie vir alles. Waardeer. Christopher, as meneer Boran, stel hom aan die woord. Hy sal vir julle sê hoe die verrigtinge verloop van die dag.
I just want to ask a question. You said you were only expecting 40. I haven't had breakfast, so I'm hungry. Am I going to have to share my lunch with someone today?
That's the one thing we've made.
No, you just say yes or no. Don't give me a long spiel.
Lunch for 160 people. You don't need to buy anything at Derby. You can eat here.
Hi guys, good morning. Big privilege to see a lot of you, a lot of my friends have been on courses already in the last 2 or 3 years. It's always from the Boran Society, for us very important that we can do these days and to try to, there's no such thing as you know everything. Every day you learn. And today I think we are here because there's a desire to know more about cattle, and the most important thing is observation. I think everything in life is observation. So you must kan observeer wat om jou aangaan. En ek dink dit is hoekom ons almal hier is vanoggend. So ek wil julle reg welkom weet van die genootskap kant af. Hierdie ek Pikkie net so liggies nou gewaarsku, ons gaan dit weer hierdie land doen. Ek dink dit is baie belangrik that we learn more about cattle and keep it simple. I think that's the most important thing. It's so easy to go and look at, you can just maybe just look at figures and think figures is everything. But go to the nature, go there, sit at the crypt, look at your cattle. I said to the farmers, some of you know, when was the last time you just sit at your crib late evening and watch your cattle coming to drink water? Observation. That's what it is. Go back to nature. Go back to what is working out there. And that is why the Boran is doing so well in South Africa. At the moment, we have about 280 breeders in the society. We're growing a lot with cattle in the society, and now with breeders and cattle. So everybody asking why is the Boran doing so well? I think it's the adaptability, longevity. We're going to start with Intellect, the benchmark company that Johannes Miller will show us what the Boran is capable to do in a very big group with a lot of different breeds, a lot of different farmers, and we'll see where we stand and the figures that will come out, and that makes me very excited. It's easy to say as a society we are fertile, we calf area, we whatever, but the proof must be in the pudding, and we brought these guys in. They totally hulle is weg van enige, so ek sê, connection met enige belief. So hulle is heeltemal onafhanklik en hulle het vir ons begin, ons is nou vir jare en 'n half by hulle, net. Ja. En die syfers wat deurkom maak my gerus om te sê ons is regtig die moederkoei van Afrika. So Johannes gaan vir ons die eerste ding gee, en dan na dit gaan Frans so 'n bietjie praat oor die geskiedenis, en dan gaan ons vir Pikkie aansit. Dan gaan ons prakties, then we will do practical. The whole day will be practical. You will love it. You're going to do bulls, cows. It's going to be a really good day. So please enjoy. Want to ask a question, please don't hesitate to ask questions. There's nothing. Dom daar nie, dan is 'n dom vraag. Steek op jou hand, vra, kom ons. So yeah, I just want to say, maybe some of you heard my first introduction course. I held at the Jan Fort Landgoed, and a lot of people there. And with the thing, I said, welcome to my first. Everyone was running, and I thought, so welcome to the introduction. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Good morning. I am fully bilingual, and I can speak a little bit of Zulu as well, but that is like most people here is English. It's shocking, so I'll stick to Afrikaans and English as well. Please, if you have any questions throughout the presentation, put up your hand, ask questions. We can wait until afterwards, but if you have any questions through it and you want to stop there, we can stop. We can have a discussion surrounding slides and things as well, so please feel free to ask questions. So Interact Beef Interact as a brand originated in New Zealand many years ago. It came to South Africa through the dairy industry. It's predominantly a dairy study group. They've been in South Africa for about 14 years now. Predominantly in KZN. Is one of you guys outside of KZN, but the Interact brand is predominantly in KZN. The beef came to be about three years ago. We're going into our 4th season now. When one of the consultants, dairy farmers, asked us if she could benchmark their beef herds as well. She saw a gap in the market, and that's how Interact Beef sort of started. To just give you a bit of an insight as to what we do, we benchmark your whole herd physicals. We don't focus on Daisy, we just focus on the herd as a whole, so Daisy and her 500 friends, and then your financial aspect to your beef enterprise as well. We focus on the whole aspect of that, your profitability, your net worth growth, and your assets. Just to give you a bit of a further insight into how this year, past year, the size of our study group, we've got about 300,000 hectares under our study group. With last year to the bull, there was 92,000 cows put to the bull last year. That resulted in 13,000 tons of winners being weaned. So we are, I don't really compare ourselves to other study groups. We are unique in that space. We do benchmark financials and physicals as well. I don't know of any other study groups that do what we do. We've expanded into 7 provinces now. Last year was the first year, so we're still gathering data for a